versus Peter.
I already knew, baby.
Lil Willie versus Doughboy. Let's go.
I knew that was gonna be the matchup.
Fighters ready?
Yes. Ooh.
Oh,
Talking about easy.
Lil Willie, okay.
Willie and playing.
buddy.
Tired of this junk.
Oh, okay, Lil
Wow.
When we get on.
Peter, come on, Doughboy.
Will is absolutely embarrassing Peter.
Come on, boy. Oh. And the winner is Will. Woo!
right,
Good
Will.
job, man. Good job, Doughboy.
All right, we are going to determine a winner after everything we've seen today. I will say there's one person in particular that showed physical stamina, a very bilingual, romantic nature, and really listened to his heart. The winner of today is Little Willie.
Little Willie.
You got it. Hot.
Bomber jacket for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your 5 minutes. Enjoy your little bomber jacket. Kid's a bum. I'm more of a self-made man and not a man that needs to knock somebody else down metaphorically and physically.
You probably end
in
up
order
doing
for
that
them
right
to
afterwards too.
Try to shine.
Today's date was a really good day for me. It felt really good to be Peter.
We all here?
Was getting settled with his jacket.
I came home with the jacket, and now I'm super excited that I get to spend some time with Michelle. And I'm hoping I get that rose tonight.
Coward.
Did you show up
You were
today?
Did I show up?
Here we
Absolutely,
go.
I showed up.
Hell no,
Absolutely,
you
I showed
Fight
up.
time.
I showed
Hell no,
Michelle
you didn't show up.
that
That's why your ass was on the ground.
when a bully
That's why your
tries
ass
to
was on the
knock
ground.
somebody down,
That's why your ass was
I
on the
keep
ground.
standing up,
That's
and
why
I
you're-
keep standing
and
up
I'ma knock
because
your
that's what
ass
a
back
real
down.
man does.
And I'ma
He
knock
keeps-
your ass back down.
You're not a man.
And
You're
I'ma
a
knock your
bully.
ass back down.
You're a bully. You're gonna crumble in
All
life
right,
if
pizza
you
boy.
keep this
All right.
up. Yeah,
All right,
pizza
pizza
boy.
boy.
See the checks that
All
I
right,
cash,
pizza
and then
boy.
you call me a pizza boy.
All right, pizza
You be
boy.
wishing you were a pizza
All right,
boy,
pizza
bro.
boy. That money ain't bringing you character.
Brings me class.
It brings you a big mouth.
Bro, you hate my mouth because you wish you had it.
You talk about this whole pizza business not even open, bro. That's all you've been
That's how much
talking
you
about
know
this
me,
whole
my man.
pizza
I got
thing.
3 locations, baby, where I
Bro.
change lives one slice at a time. How you like me now?
You ain't changing nobody's lives, bro.
You know, as far as what's going on between like Peter and Will, that's obviously something that started a few days back, and it just seems like they're not able to let it go. And I hope that it doesn't ruin the rest of the night for Michelle.
You're intimidated by me, bro. That's why you feel like you gotta throw these like little chihuahua bites at
Intimidated
my
by what,
ankles.
bro?
That's really what it is.
I'm not intimidated, bro. No.
Eventually, you're gonna piss off the big dog, and I'm gonna have to kick you down the
You're
road.
not the big dog. The big dog has a jacket, bro. You're not the big
sympathy
dog,
jacket.
bro. You're not the big dog. Trust me, you're not
Did
the
you
big
check the
dog.
pockets in the jacket?
You're not the big
It
dog.
came with a box of tissues.
Bro, you're not the big dog.
I look at it as a sympathy jacket. That's how I look at that jacket.
I look at that jacket
I look at like she
I
feels
earned that
bad for
jacket.
you. Listen, just do yourself a favor. Just pull the tissues out of your jacket and wipe those tears up.
He's not tall.
Jackie.
He's not into basketball. Oh my God.
Peter, bro.
What are you gonna say, huh?
That's a huge violation.
I think it looks better on me. I have to go rock it for a little bit.
Why? Why?
Why are you wearing this
Will's
dude's
hysterical.
jacket?
He's irrational. He came at me. He started with me.
So what?
The jacket's a symbol of the disrespect that I continue to get. So, the dude's gonna get a little taste of his own medicine, and I had to put him in his place.
No. That's so disrespectful.
What did you do with the jacket?
What?
What did you do with it?
Pete, tell us. Peter, tell us.
What the did you do with the
Peter,
jacket?
tell us.
Where
Yes.
is it?
It looks
So
a little
disrespectful.
dirty, so I figured I'd give it a little bath.
Oh my God.
You go talk? Maybe he's gonna get a little taste of what it's like to be disrespected.
Peter, you're tripping, man.
You don't throw his
I was
jacket in
laughing,
the-
but you know, in that moment was when I started taking a couple steps back from Peter. Was a little disappointed in him. If Michelle finds out about it, it's going to ruin the day.
Y'all know where the jacket is? Peter threw it in the water.
Sorry, man. We didn't know what he was gonna do with it, honestly.
Sore ass loser. And I've been calling it, and it's just like this dude has really pushed my buttons from day one.
Don't even sweat it, bro. Don't even sweat it.
This whole time he preaching respect.
I'm tired of going on dates with Peter. I hope Michelle don't find out tonight.
Will, as long as you just kind of just sit there, kick it, you will forever be regarded as the bigger man. I appreciate you, bro, but I'll be right back.
Man, he hurts. As I would be, man. I'll be mad too.
I was hurt beyond words. I earned that jacket. That jacket was mine. And not only because it was mine, it's the meaning behind it. The man that ultimately, through any obstacle that Michelle and I go through in life, I'm gonna be there to overcome that. And Peter had to ruin it. Like, he really took it that far. Bro, this man is really pushing my buttons, man.
You guys feeling?
How are you feeling?
Feeling good,
How
man.
you feeling?
Something about Michelle, man. It's like,
Nah, bro, we don't want to hear it.
You threw Will's jacket in the pool.
It's wrong.
I got a lot of love for you, bro, but it's... Don't get involved.
Don't you think it's gonna get back to Michelle, though?
Are you dating me or are you dating Michelle?
Well, all of our actions impact her.
We'll talk to Michelle about it, you know? I'm not stressing, bro.
Little boy. Man, that's messed up.
I just feel Peter is just like so immature. You're an idiot and you're costing all of us, but he didn't see it that way. And it's like, I don't understand how you can't see it our way.
All right, everybody buckle the up.
It was obvious that Will was really upset at Peter. That was me. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. Hopefully I would have handled it as well as Will did. I probably would have beat the out of him.
Hello. How are you guys? Today was an awesome reset, and I feel like we're finally back on the right track, and I'm hoping to stay there. Martin, you listened and pulled me aside during our group date, which meant a lot. Will you accept this rose?
Absolutely.
I want Michelle to be happy. I decided to not tell her about Peter. I didn't want to ruin her night. But if Michelle was to know what happened, she would have finally found out who Peter truly is.
Martin, I actually do have something planned. So tonight is not quite over for us, but good night to you guys. All right, ready? Ready to go this way.
Man, this dude is so disrespectful. For you to take somebody else's property and throw it in the water, in the pool, that is so disrespectful. He's lucky that dude has some composure. That Will has some composure, because a lot of us would not have composure like that. You would have gotten beaten down. Look, for you to face hardship and come out of it unscathed, like Will did, he wasn't disrespectful to him back. He wasn't tit for tat. He was very calm, didn't bring it up to anybody. He just took it and was good. And I hope that the producers of The Bachelor really give him another jacket or something like that. Like, that's just wrong. And I know this is for TV and all that, but he needs to be, I don't know, they need to do something for that dude, man, because he held it together. Like, I know he could have beat that dude down easy. Easy. Dude can't fight, can't do nothing. Like,
it's been so long since my first group date. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I talked to her.
Hey, is that the door? I got this.
It's an interesting dynamic right now. People feeling nervous, and I'm like, I
that
don't
dude is
yet
trash,
to feel nervous.
man.
You know, I'm in a fortunate position where I feel comfortable and confident with Michelle.
I got something for us.
And I know that we have that trust and that foundation. So Jamie's in a good headspace.
Jamie, Leroy, Chris G, Casey, Malik, Chris S, Brandon, Romeo. I want a man who can express himself. Love, Michelle.
Could be anything. Express your love, express yourself. It's a lot of different forms of it. I'm excited for it. I really am.
I'm stoked. Factious being anything that's meant for me will never land in another man's lap. It's not a concern for me. At the end of my journey, I know I get the girl. It'd be nice to get the rose at the end so I don't have to pack. That'd be cool.
Tell me, like, in your last relationship, what went wrong?
One feeling that you can't really explain to, you know, somebody who's not a person of color is like that first time that someone uses the N-word at you, directed at you. There was a time where I was in a relationship and happened to be at the grocery store, and a woman used that word directed at me. When I got home and was visibly upset, the response was more of how I was giving the woman more power because I was upset about it. And because I chose to be upset about it, and I had to justify my emotions, which I did at that time. I justified, I tried to explain where I was coming from, and looking back on it, like that was my sign. I shouldn't have ever had to justify my feelings. Whatever emotion I was feeling in that moment, I was allowed to feel, and I was allowed to feel it as long as I wanted to feel it. And if I have to explain that, well, I'll also be explaining that the relationship's not gonna work. And that doesn't mean that, you know, someone who is white or a different race can't understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
You spoke about like being an underdog, and that, you know, you felt like you're not the tallest person in the room, you're not the best looking person in the room, which I could disagree. But I really do not see you as an underdog. I see your heart. I see how much you're willing to love and invest yourself in a relationship. So I would absolutely
You're lucky, you're so cute.
love it if you accept this rose.
I absolutely accept this rose. Oh my gosh, thank you.
For those that don't get it, they had this whole thing with apples going on.
I felt amazing. Like, you know, it's hard for me to keep my feet on the ground. I don't know what to do. Like,
This way.
I'm doing great. Today's a good day. I want to go on one of these group dates so I can compete with the guys. There's pressure on these other guys to be out on a group date with me, knowing that I already have quite a bit of time and spent establishing trust with Michelle.
And what I really want you to do is focus in on your stories. This is a great opportunity to really get vulnerable with us.
I've never written a poem before, but being expressive is just being able to be open, vulnerable, while remaining yourself and being able to stand on who you are.
I was blown away by everyone today. I'm impressed with their willingness to put themselves out there.
Broken home, broken hearts, broken friends, broken me.
Their personalities, their feelings, their thoughts, life experiences all shine through their poems. It was a really powerful way for me to learn about them today.
When I say I like who I am around you, I mean we're in kindergarten again. I'm the maple leaf, you're the crayon, and even though the paper between us is the wall we put up, with every gentle touch, you're still able to bring out the best in me.
They just wanted to showcase what they had, and I love that these guys are so all in to being vulnerable.
I lost my book, so I'm just gonna have to spit from the heart here, and hope it all comes out well. But I'm actually gonna leave everybody with a story. And so the story has to do with a girl who is on her way home and decides to take a shortcut through the woods.
Really?
Along the way, she
That's
steps
what we
foot
doing
off
now?
of her path and gets lost.
Jamie didn't follow the assignment. He wasn't telling a personal story. He wasn't telling a personal poem.
She wanders further and further into the woods, more and more, getting lost and confused on which way to go. As she turns the bend, she sees her guardian angel.
Jamie might be preparing to be a motivational speaker / cult leader.
This ain't TED Talk.
and tells
This is
us a
poetry
parable.
night.
It was odd.
She goes to her angel, she says, I'm lost. The angel responds, I know, and points her back to her path.
Jamie had some weird TED Talk that wasn't to Michelle, it was to like all of us about a rabbit down a road or something like that. I don't know.
Angel, is there anything else that I need to know
Yeah,
for
he
my
tried to
journey ahead?
lose. I want to be in the show no more. I'm gonna talk gossip.
We
I'm
have
gonna not do the
one
assignment.
more participant. Yeah, let's give it up for the Bachelorette herself, Michelle.
He lost his book.
To
How
my
you lose
future
your book in,
soulmate,
like,
there's some things you need to see.
15
like
minutes?
finding love hasn't really been easy for me. Growing up in school, I would take a look around, already knowing there would be no others like me to be found. You see, early on, society coined me as the token black girl. I was their stamp on diversity, all thanks to my nappy curls. As the token black girl, I was still able to make friends. I got invited to all the big parties as long as I followed the basic white trends. Dating was a whole other challenge. I felt like white connected with white. I blamed my singleness on being a late bloomer, but I knew that wasn't right. I was never the girl invited to cute dates at the apple orchard in the fall. I was the girl picked last for prom, but the first for basketball. I made a promise to myself to help empower all hues of black, white, and brown, fighting for opportunities that allow them to blossom from the ground, being that role model young brown girls see when looking around. Hey, soulmate, if you're listening, you'll need to understand, in my heart of hearts, all I've ever wanted is love, and I hope you can be that man. Sincerely, Michelle.
That was really
It
good.
was refreshing for me to hear that she's been impacted by being the token black girl. Not only impacted, but strengthened.
I won't understand everything that she's been through, but I'm willing to listen and willing to learn. And I was moved by how passionate she is about finding love.
This dude is a clown. For you to not follow the assignment and say you lost your journal, you only have 15 minutes to write a poem. You can't lose your journal in that amount of time. Stop it. It's almost like I'm on the show just for fame, and I'm trying to limit myself. He's been gossiping about Michelle. Now he doesn't follow the assignments. He's overly cocky and just like, I don't believe this dude. This dude is such a liar. And hopefully she'll see it. Because usually they don't see it. These guys last for a long time on the show. I don't know how they're able to do it. Especially not following the rules. It's crazy.
But I don't feel any level of competition with the other men. You know, at this point, I've already set the standard of just being transparent. Right now, the competition is really with myself and making sure that, you know, I'm showing up being the best Jamie.
I
feel pretty good about my odds of getting a rose. It's really not a competition.
At this point, I think it's been shown that I'm coming in here with a different mentality than a lot of people that are here. A lot of guys here are looking for their opportunity to kind of have that spotlight with the show, and everybody hopes to be seen. But like, I feel like with her and I, it's just like, yo, we just pick up where we left off, and we do communicate kind of on a different level.
Oh man, today was a good day. All the energy just kind of came together, and like my mentality is that every day you're earning a rose. It's not like I have one, I'm safe. And to hear you speak about your experience growing up and to feel like the other, I saw myself in that story because those are things that I've also felt growing up. And that was really awesome because it took me from this place of feeling like we were from separate worlds and feeling like, wait, there is actually a bridge here. Now I was like, what? What is this?
Okay, I like that. I didn't know that.
You're welcome.
So fake. Oh, okay, let's see.
When
That's
we're
fake.
together, it's so intentioned and so meaningful
This dude is so
that
fake.
the other things outside of that just don't matter. I'm looking at a person who's staring me back in the eyes, and I can tell that she's like captivated. Everything that I set out as a goal for this
How
date
much she
is
captivated by?
exactly what happened across the board, and I'm thrilled by it.
How do I feel about that group date, Rose? I've got that in the bag.
Here she is.
No, Brandon getting that role.
You guys completely capitalized on today, so thank you. There is a rose on the table, and for this person, it's just somebody who I connected with, somebody who I felt safe with today, and so Brandon, will you accept this rose?
Always. It's an extreme privilege to have a second rose on a group date. To know that she likes me for me.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, Michelle. I'm absolutely crazy about this woman. I'm smitten, fellas. I'm smitten.
Jamie ain't gonna like that.
Need to talk. I'm like, really? Competing with Brandon for a woman's attention? You're telling me that we're in the same league, and I'm like, we're not even close. Like, I gotta wait for 6 weeks to get to the end of this. I really felt like it would be a stronger group of guys. As the nationwide search, where they at?
So this dude's so fake.
I think that the challenging part with Michelle right now is that she's basically just in spring break mode. It's a little bit of a turnoff. If you genuinely thought that your husband was in the room, like, do you go spring break mode? I mean, I'm not gonna judge it. Doesn't mean I can't make fun of it.
Wow. You immediately pull aside the producer and think it's not gonna be recorded? And then you talk crap about Michelle? Oh my goodness. You are something else. You think you're gonna win? Oh my goodness. I mean, you can think whatever you want, but to say it, to say all the stuff that you said is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Wow. The producers, you guys, excellent job, producers. Making sure the mic is on and making sure you feel comfortable to say all the trash you want to say. To say everything. The producers are comfortable. She was laid uncomfortable. Yeah, go ahead, keep talking. Go ahead. What you said? What you said with Michelle? That's insane. Oh boy.
Going into the rose ceremony,
Big Jamie.
Martin, Rodney, and Brandon all have roses. And it's obvious to everyone that Michelle has a connection with Jamie. So those 4 people must be feeling pretty good.
The last rose ceremony, we were totally blindsided by this serious situation where Michelle's character was called into question about Joe and the possibility that they had some sort of prior relationship, and we still don't know who spoke to Michelle, feeding her lies. I don't mind a little bit of fireworks tonight because I think when the pot gets stirred, the rat will get exposed.
For me, I don't have pressure on trying to make sure I have a moment with Michelle. For me, it's just about maintaining the momentum of Jamie being Jamie, and make sure that, you know, she has the opportunity to see that as well when I talk to her.
This dude's so disingenuous. Wow.
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to see Michelle. And here she comes, beautifully coming down the stairs. And let's welcome her in.
Ooh. Hello there.
Diamond.
Thank you.
Damn.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing better now.
Good. This week, I was pleasantly surprised by some of the connections I made. And I think that goes to show that when you truly dive into this, it can work.
Last rose ceremony, some guy in the group told Michelle that people were questioning her character about whether or not Joe and Michelle knew each other. And for the information to be presented to her as if we were questioning her character, I think is insane. Someone is trying to put themselves ahead while putting others under the bus. But I do want Michelle to know that I'm here for her, and I want to protect her.
I care about her, and I don't want to see that pain on her ever again, especially if it's coming from misinformation. I mean, I've been able to tell you, I would always be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever came to you about that information, about like people were questioning your character, that couldn't have been anything farther from the truth. Because I've gotten close with all the guys here. None of them was ever questioning your character. I feel like that person could have done it for a few reasons, like trying to earn your trust and also trying to up themselves and put other people under the bus.
I guess I'm surprised because it was Jamie who brought the situation to me. He said that this conversation, it was completely taking on a life of its own.
This is tough for me to swallow, just because he seemed like the type that would own something like that.
I think it's like kind of sinking in because I feel like I'm now seeing a red flag, and there were a lot of things that were brought up in that conversation that I still have questions about.
Jamie manipulated Michelle with the intention of earning her trust, putting other guys under the bus, and just making them look bad. It's sick. It is absolutely sick. The level of, like, how did he think he would get away with this? So tonight I had a talk with Michelle, and Michelle made it sound like Jamie had said to her that the people in the house, they were questioning her character.
I have never seen anyone in this house question her character. So when she came down and made that revelation, I was blindsided.
Michelle came down crying and was in a ton of pain that we all visibly saw, and he sat there silent.
The fact that Jamie was manipulating the situation and then additionally not owning up to it, it's really shocking.
Let's get the guy here because I don't want to be that guy who's saying anything without getting the other side of the story.
I agree. Confront it head on.
Jamie!
Oh, there he is, yeah. I'm absolutely shocked what's going on with Jamie right now. For him to create this mistrust between Michelle and everyone else in the house, it's conniving, manipulative, and I want to hear what he has to say to defend his actions. I think his time is limited.
He got nothing to say. This dude cannot defend the things that he's done and said. He can't defend it. It was not right. It was fake. There's nothing he can say in this moment to defend his actions. He simply said things that were not true, period. And if you sit there and lie, your lie is going to come back to bite you in the butt. Because you have to say another lie to cover up another lie, another lie. Just be truthful, and you don't have to worry about that. You don't even have to talk about that whole Joe situation, because there's nothing to talk about. And then to make it seem like everybody was talking about it, everybody was gossiping, everybody was saying stuff. Like, come on, man, it's crap. And now he's gonna feel he's gonna feel it from the guys, because the guys not gonna tolerate that nonsense, man. Why you feel the need to act like that? It's crazy to me.
Doing well.
Yeah, no, so we were just talking about a situation.
When I just had the conversation with Michelle, she told me that the message was that we were challenging her character. And then she let me know that you were the one that kind of presented that information, so.
What did you say to Michelle, I guess?
So my comment to Michelle was that, well, it wasn't necessarily even my comment to Michelle.
Just own it. You said it. Own it.
There's been conversation going on the entire day throughout the house about speculation between whether or not Joe and Michelle knew each other before. And my comment to Michelle was that, hey, all of this speculation that's been going on has essentially created, like, this character in the room. And
When did that happen?
I'm sorry?
When did all the speculation create a character in the room?
Never.
I feel like nobody in the house was talking about it.
Agreed.
I wasn't really involved in a lot of the conversations throughout the day because I had been in my room.
Weird, dude.
How would you say that then? Then you don't know what's going on.
I have no clue, but let me talk to Michelle about, there's this character in the room with all this conversation, but you can't say who was having the conversation.
I don't have specific names because I wasn't part of conversations, like I said. I think that...
Then why would you say it?
It was just the open-ended questions. And if that question doesn't get resolved, then now it's
is open for anybody sitting at home to speculate on it. Now,
Who's sitting at home? You talking about the viewers?
yeah.
The viewers. No, I'm talking about like, what did you say to Michelle?
Flip on the outside, guys. Why don't you just like think about it? If someone airs an episode and everybody.
It's hard to remember all these lies. There's so many lies I can't remember.
Talking about episodes.
I don't think you get it. I don't think that you
I'm
get
just
it.
trying to say what
I just don't think that you get
told
it.
me.
Are you threatened by Joe?
Were
Are you
you?
worried by Joe?
Why would I
And
be
then you
threatened by
like
Joe?
you don't know who's talking about it in the house. All right, never mind. I'm upset right now. I'm just gonna be quiet.
Why would I be threatened by Joe?
I was blown away. I was like, really? You're gonna make up a story, literally create this character that he says the house created when it was really just his own insecurities, and present to Michelle in a way that honestly had her pissed off last week. And man, it's just, come on, man, you suck.
Jamie, is that true? Is that something that you brought to her attention?
What do y'all feel like the actual issue is?
I think the actual issue is, Jamie, last week she came down, she was obviously upset. And you had every opportunity to say something.
Again,
And you waited for us to call you out on it, and you would just like hidden away.
I did not hide about it, like literally.
Well, then why didn't you take credit on that first night that you were the one that said it?
The issue
To her.
was
Yes
not
or no?
an individual.
Jamie is doing a lot of obfuscating and deflecting and just slithering out of every direct question.
Being
you
fake
ask him.
and
You
phony.
should be a politician at this point.
Okay, this is not even constructive.
Because you won't answer the question.
About what?
I talked to Rick, and apparently the men in the house actually were never questioning my character and trusted me quite a bit. I feel emotionally exhausted, but I'm gonna do my best to not put my walls up.
She opened the floor for everybody, and you stood quiet.
Low key.
High key,
actually.
high key.
Snake, bro.
How is it Snake?
Because you used to like with Pillow talking behind our backs, and then when you had the opportunity to say something, you
Didn't talk behind anybody's back.
You did, bro. You had the chance to bring it up.
When the floor was open, you didn't speak.
Is everything okay? There's like a weird vibe going on.
So there seems to be a conversation that took place between you and Rick, and the understanding from that conversation is that certain individuals directly challenged your character. And what I communicated is that no, I didn't feel like any specific individual challenged Joe's character or your character. It was the open speculation in the house of people talking about the potential of you knowing each other that essentially created its own monster that had the potential to challenge both characters long term. Does that sound at all like our conversation?
So in our conversation, Jamie, when we spoke, you had brought up that one of your friends had mentioned that they saw me in Minnesota walking with a light-skinned dude. That's the message that you gave to me after saying that people in the house were speculating. And so when you put those two things together, created the emotions that I came down and expressed about having character questioned. Why was that piece of information added?
It made sense, at least if I was in that position, that I would want to just have the opportunity to just cut the head off the monster.
So you felt it was like preventative?
That's exactly how I approached it.
Do you realize what actually happened? By you trying to be proactive for me, you brought this characteristic and this question into this entire world. It became a thing that it wasn't. And that's where I'm really struggling with you right now. So I do want to head outside. I'm sorry, I did not mean to do this all in front of you guys. I did not know it was gonna go this direction, but I would like to talk to you.
Let's do that.
Time to go home, buddy. Time to go home.
Ted
He's
Talk,
out.
He not only started the rumor about her seeing Joe before coming here. We took the heat that we were questioning her character when all along, Jamie was the one questioning her character. He was the one manipulating us and her. Didn't say a word, didn't own up to any action.
I feel like our trust was completely broken because I feel like this message that you told me was not only not accurate, this drama was created around my character. You would bring up that second story, like you put that out there, Jane, like you did. That's not protecting you whatsoever.
It wasn't out there. It was his buddy who saw her, and then he just decided to tell her.
Jamie created a rumor about what was happening in Minneapolis, pushed it on her, manipulated the information, made everyone here look bad. Like, and then he wouldn't own it.
Yeah, he's insane.
When he had the floor, to be honest, he's not honest.
That's the worst part of it all, is he was given the opportunity and he didn't take it.
And then talk crap behind her back.
We talk about, like, I'm very hurt by you right now. I don't trust you at this moment, and I have to be done with it. And so I do think it's best that I walk you out tonight.
No more parables, no more lies, let's just go.
Always go. I think she's hugging him goodbye.
I think she's showing him the door.
She's showing him the door.
I think she's showing him the door.
She gave him a walkout.
This is just like with Ryan, right?
She's walking outside.
Good night.
Thank you.
Jamie was a person who I could see a potential future with. One of my biggest fears being in this position is people who you trusted are no longer trustworthy. And that is what's so unsettling. I'm really upset, but only at Jamie, not at the rest of the guys. It was all Jamie, and I can't blame these guys for what happened. I've worked really hard to build a strong character and will not stand to be manipulated in conversations, lied to,
Drive of shame.
and call my character into question.
Shame.
I'm looking for my soulmate, and I've built myself up for my soulmate. And that's not somebody who is so quick to tear it down.
Look at this clown.
I do have to cancel the rest of the cocktail party, and we are going to move right into the rose ceremony. So that was good.
Jamie was a snake behind the scenes, and Michelle addressed it and took care of it. Every freaking rose night, there's drama. We're all tired of it because it's just taking away from all of our time. I hope that I get a rose tonight, but it's getting harder and harder, so there's no guarantees.
Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Follow your heart.
Michelle, I wish you nothing but success and happiness. Thank you. It was great meeting you. Boys.
I hope these guys understand that I care about them deeply.
You don't. That's what you said at home. That's the whole point. You said at home.
I hope
I feel really good about the guys who are here. I feel almost like a sense of relief.
This gonna be done.
And I hope that we can
Nate?
move forward and just focus on building our relationships.
Joe
Cheers to
and
a
Brandon.
woman
Nate,
that
Joe, and
handles herself
Brandon.
with
That's
class.
gonna be the final three.
When adversity hits. Cheers to you, Michelle.
Let's give a moment of silence for those that didn't make it. Peter. Let's not forget Jamie. Thank you guys for coming. UBO127. Please go to my website, embracemedia20.com. And if you want to show some support, my Cash App is $UBO127. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.